All right, well, you break your hand on the first punch of the fight. Is that right? I mean, give me an idea what's going through your head at that moment.
Um, it was weird, I knew it happened. I knew it was a serious thing, but I knew I had to keep fighting. Like this guy's keep coming after me. He's a dangerous guy. He keeps walking forward, doesn't stop no matter how many times I hit him to the body. But I felt it crack. I closed my fist again. I felt it click, and then I ended up tripping up in the first round. He ended up taking my back, and my coaches and my corners yelling, "Fight two hands! Fight with two hands!" And I'm fighting with one hand because I couldn't close the other one, so it just made it very difficult. He had it under my neck, but I was able to push his elbow up just above my chin and just, survive, because I knew it was short time. So if I knew if I just survived there, we're going to stand up again. And I was going to have to keep on his right side because I couldn't really throw that left. I threw it trying to aim with the bigger knuckles. That's why the middle one's kind of swollen now. But I tried not hitting with the small knuckles, but, it landed a couple times. But I guess it kind of went numb. So I just, fought through it.
Nice.
It was pretty crazy.
Like you said, he was on the back. I mean, I wonder what's going through your head. Like, in some way, do you take some pride that you got out of that position, or, I mean, it's obviously not.
Definitely, it was a defining moment right there, like in all of my career. To be honest with you, it was like deja vu, and that's where I've been finished the most. Was somebody taking my back with that body triangle, with the rear naked choke, and he was close. He was close. I was choking, and it was just a defining moment, like where I gotta be honest with you guys, and like this probably goes to a lot of fighters' heads, but I'm not trying to cover it up with any false machismo. I wanted at one point, let him have it. It's already too close, but something else kicked inside of me and says, "Man, fuck this shit." You know what I'm saying? We're getting out of this. And then I was able to turn my hips, start pushing his elbow, and I just felt that fight in me just kept rising and rising. And I'm like, it's not going to happen again. And I really put it in my head. It was like visualization during the actualization of the fight, and it really pulled me through.
Quite the battle you guys had. I mean, it was going back and forth. Like you say, he's a tough guy. At the end, I mean, did you feel you had done enough? Were you concerned?
No, at the end, I knew he was just nothing was landing. He was just trying to hold me down, and really, I didn't want to give him the opportunity again. So my biggest concern was replacing guard. I didn't have enough time to secure submission. We were way too damn sweaty to do anything like that. So, and bloody, and everything was just too greasy. And so I knew that once I secured my guard again, because he was in half guard, I was gonna able to just hold him there, and he didn't have enough time to do anything. He was just throwing wild just to be active and busy, and he was just waiting for me to do something to slip up. So I heard the 10-second marker, and I'm like, even if I stand up, it's not going to change anything. I busted him up too much, and we exchanged a lot of good blows, but I know I got the better of him every single time and in the combinations.
Having that gut check moment that you had, man, I mean, do you feel like this does something for you as a martial artist? I mean, that this is like a turning point or something, a launching point for something new?
Well, definitely. Coach Crouch, we were talking about it before, and I think he said it the best when I was trying to explain it. I'm not a prize fighter, I'm not a fighter in general, I'm a martial artist, and I do this not for anything but to answer a question. So it's just really to getting to know myself, really to express myself and understand who I am and where do I stand against the best fighters in the world. So I think that answered the big question in my heart, like how much heart do I have, how much fight do I have in me, do I really want to be here? And every time I step inside that cage, it's yes, it's damn yes.
Yeah.
Did you prepare differently for this fight compared to your others?
Yes, actually, yeah. I took jiu-jitsu a lot more seriously. I started training a lot more, threw on the gi, and I hit all the classes, as much classes as I could, as much my body could take, and it was very draining, very tiring, and frustrating at times. But I really embraced that grind, and I think that's one of the biggest turning points. It made me feel more comfortable just being able to avoid takedowns, or if I did get taken down, I knew I can fight through it. And I think that was one of the biggest defining moments when he had my back, that I knew I'd been here before too many times to give up at that moment.
And you're going to have to take some time off for your hand, but what's next for you?
Well, let's see how much time we got to take off. I can move it now. I couldn't move it before. Now I have some range of motion, so it might not be as bad as I thought it was, but I'm pretty sure it's still broken. But I heal pretty damn fast, so we'll see what's up.
Bruce Leroy, can we see it? Can you show it to us? Hey, I was very surprised.
Doing medical evaluation.
Yeah, that does look broken. You were on your horse a lot in the fight, but I was very surprised that when y'all engaged, you were willing to brawl with Ocho Peterson, which is dangerous to do. Was that part of the strategy, or was it just kind of heat of the moment and you just felt it?
Well, in all honesty, after we exchanged a couple times, and it's not taking away anything away from him, but I knew he was throwing just to engage a clinch or to engage a takedown. His punches, some of them were landing hard, but decently hard, but it was nothing that made me feel like I was in trouble. he was throwing to close the distance. So I knew that when I was inside that pocket and I was throwing, I was hurting him, and it wasn't necessarily the same exchange. But he was coming forward. He was throwing a lot. I did try to cover and move and dodge a whole bunch as well. I don't want to get hit by something thinking that he's throwing soft, because it could be just that slight one that clips you. But other than that, I knew that I felt comfortable in there, and I do it a lot in the gym. You know, I'm not afraid to stand there and bang, and we all know that from my previous histories of all my fights. If you want to stand there and throw with me, I'm gonna throw with you. So no, I wasn't really concerned.
Who were your main sparring partners to prepare for Ocho Peterson? Because he has a distinct style, he moves forward a lot, he's very aggressive.
Well, we have a lot of great aggressive wrestlers, you know, at the lab that I sparred with. Alex Arredondo, Vince Arredondo, both twins, you know, they really pushed the pace a lot. We had Tommy McClellan, that was one of my sparring partners. Benson Henderson was one of my main sparring partners. So people that apply that pressure, you know, that incredible pressure, non-stop cardio, just keep coming forward, closing that distance. I think those were the greatest sparring partners I could have.
And last question for me, I saw a little psychological warfare, and he kept smiling at him, and I know that really gets under his skin. He felt like that threw him off his game at all?
I don't know if it was psychological, where I'm just enjoying myself, you know, and when I started smiling, it's just a show of appreciation that I can see that he had the fight in him too, and you know, we're both men here, and we're both here to stand in front of each other, and I felt it was a show of respect. I'm not trying to mock anybody. I'm not trying to psychologically move anybody out of their game. It was just, you know, like, fuck man, we're here, you know, good job, let's do this.
Does that go hand in hand with your intro song? A lot of people loved it around me because it's just like so unexpected. It was just like good vibes. Is that one of your favorite songs?
Well, it's one of my previous intro songs, and before the fight, since I had so many songs, they had the whole library of all my songs. I told them, okay, you guys make a pool, and you guys pick the song that you want to hear me walk out to next, because I was tired of picking a new song. So like, let's pick one of the songs that I came out to, and it was perfect. I mean, it was on key for what we were trying to do, was express myself, and like I couldn't pick it better myself.
Yeah, it went very well. Like just with your facial expressions out there. Cool. Is there a certain fighter you want to fight next?
No, I honestly don't watch the sport at all, so I don't know who's too much in my weight class. So unless the people that I fought before, but whoever they give me next, honestly, I'm pretty much down.